a win then will satisfy Inter, and they're having to cope without Dennis Bergkamp and Wim Jonk, both away on international duty with Holland. Ruben Sosa returns from suspension to partner Del-Vecchio up front. Berti is also back after a ban, and with Beer, the normal sweeper, not fit to return, there's a place in the reshuffle for Fontolan. Well, Padova are without another of the Dutchmen, Michael Creek. He's suspended, but otherwise are at full strength, with Nunziata taking over the number 7 shirt. The American Lallis is the only foreigner in this side, in which potentially there are key elements: the flair and finishing of Maniero and the experience of midfielder Zerato, and the former Italian international striker Galdarisi. He's been brought back for this one. So we're almost ready then for the kick-off. Inter, of course, in their familiar stripes to attack the goal to our right. Alongside me in the commentary box for the first time on the last day of the season is Ray Clements. Ray, your thoughts on how this one might shape up this afternoon?
Well, obviously looking forward to it. So I think the one thing that Padova have got is that they've already managed to beat Inter twice this season, so that will give them great confidence coming into this game. But certainly Inter Milan, their last game of the season, will want to finish positively, and I think that I can see Inter winning this.
Well, the first free kick of the game is Padova's for the foul on Balleri, the former Parma defender. This is Longhi, who's the captain of Padova. Franceschetti, he's the sweeper. Longhi. That was Galdarisi, failing to make any progress there, though. Berti, then Bergomi, the Inter-captain, finding Ruben Sosa. Back in the side after a ban, and he's had his problems, of course, with injuries this season, Sosa. It may well be his last game for Inter. Speculation that he could be moving on during the close season. It's another foul on Balleri. Berti is the offender. Galdarisi, Gallieri, Zerato. Gallieri has continued his run through. This is Gallieri now. It's a great chance for him. And the goalkeeper did enough then to narrow the angle down Pagliuca.
Well, it was a good save by Pagliuca, but he's had an outstanding season. But this really was a very, very good chance from Gabrielli, because it was a lovely 1-2. And eventually, when he got through, I think he had to hit it further across Pagliuca, and unfortunately, Pagliuca's positioning was perfect for the shot.
Galdarisi. This is Longhi. Gabrielli. Off goes Fontolan with the clearance. But a positive opening here by Padova. We wondered if they might just come here and sit back. Doesn't look that way. Gabrielli. Zerato. Balleri, helped out by Kiki. Nunziata. Now Zerato swept on to Galdarisi, who's very sharp around the penalty box. And the shot hit well, maybe not too far over then from Balleri.
I think Galdarisi was disappointed there when Balleri got into that position, because certainly the ball had to be driven across low. There was 2 Padova players in there, and he tried the shot from an impossible angle. It really would have had to have been something special to beat Pagliuca from there.
That was the coach's reaction there down on the bench. Oh, it was well read then by Bianchi. That'll be a booking for Nunziata, former Inter player from his youth days.
I don't think there's any doubt here, is there? He's way late there. Really did make contact, and certainly referee right on the scene, and quite rightly brings out the first yellow card of the afternoon.
Nunziata obviously anxious to press against the club that discarded him, and that's not the way to do it. Here's Sosa then with a free kick. Curled over invitingly towards Fontolan. Certainly one of the tallest players on the pitch. Here's Orlandini now. Away by Balleri. Then Zerato to help it on. Nunziata. And Longhi easily dispossessed. Bergomi. Fontolan with Bianchi, seeing plenty of the ball early on. Bianchi, released there by Berti. Berti again. Paganin in towards Sosa, won't reach him though. Quickie didn't really get it away. Conte. It's the man with ginger hair, Mirko Conte. Speculative shot, no problem for Pagliuca. From Maniero. The Yankees team haven't really settled into their stride so far. He feels they've missed too many chances. Well, they haven't really created any yet. Bianchi. Way by Franceschetti. Declined then by Conte. Conte again. Orlandini. Bianchi. Now Fontolan. Sosa's gone out wide of him. It's a fair tackle though. Fontolan back on his feet now, but away come Padova on the break with Balleri. It's a useful ball in too that almost embarrassed Festa, with Maniero threatening behind him.
Well, Festa is the old-fashioned marker type, isn't he? Nothing too technically bright about him. He just gets in the way, stops people, and that clearance there with his left foot very, very nearly embarrassed Pagliuca, who was just 3 or 4 yards off his line there.
And Padova have the corner. Away by Fontolan, then Delvecchio. Strong challenge by Berti, and too vigorous for the referee's liking. Berti, who is such a wholehearted performer, but showing a bit too much enthusiasm that time. So many problems with injuries, Berti. He's done really well to fight his way back, not only into the Inter side, but also, of course, the Italian team, featuring in the World Cup finals, and he's still in the Italian squad. Now, will this be Gabrielli to hit one from here? He's hit it pretty well too. Oh, wonderful save by Pagliuca. Brilliant goalkeeping by the #1 in the world. Oh, we'll get Ray Clemence's view of that in a moment. Let's just watch this break here from Inter. It comes to nothing. Well, from one goalkeeper to another, that must be something to admire there, Ray.
Oh, it was a great save. It really was struck so well, and it was away to Pagliuca's right side there. It was the side he was protecting, but it still had to cover some ground to get across to it.
They have an outstanding defensive record this season, Inter, and that largely is down to the form of Pagliuca.
I mean, that's a great strike there, and look at the spring he had to get both hands across to it. I mean, it's a tremendous save. It really is. And not only did he get to it, he pushed the ball into a safe position as well, not knocking it back into play.
Gabrielli, the #3 who had the shot. Remember, it was his headed goal last week that earned them the equaliser against Genoa. He also scored a stunning right foot shot earlier in the season, I think against Milan. So he's a man to watch out for. Balleri again threatening down the right side, and Maniero. It's a goal for Padova. 20 minutes gone. In the right place at the right time. The marking was sloppy. The finishing was deadly.
Well, it's been coming for some time, hasn't it, to be fair. Padova have started the more positive. They're the ones that look like open up into Milan this opening spell. They've already had a couple of chances. Pagliuca just bailed them out with a great save. This is a great cross to the far post. And Maniero is totally free. There's not an Inter defender within 3 or 4 yards of him. Pagliuca thinks about coming, decides not to, and then he's got no chance whatsoever. Great header, and that really has set the tone for this game now.
I think they're rather pleased with that down on the bench there. Franceschetti. Fontolan, good anticipation by him to nip in ahead of Balleri. Bergomi. Now Bianchi. Paganin. Delvecchio. Couldn't make contact, down he went. Fontolan. Delvecchio. Orlandini. Good save by the keeper, did really well then. Bonaiuti. Maybe a save you'd expect him to make, but nonetheless his reactions were certainly spot on then. To see it again here.
Well, it's a good strike here from Orlandini, but you would expect the keeper to save that, and he's knocked it back into a dangerous area as well, but thankfully Padova got away with it.
Balleri. It's good hustling by Berti. Sosa's chip, Delvecchio! And the presence of Lalas just did enough to deter him then. He's looking sharp now, Delvecchio.
Just can't get any direction on the toe end there. I think he was just trying to lift it over Minuti there, but just got it on the outside of the foot rather than right on the instep.
Bit of a misunderstanding there. This is Delvecchio. Complete tackle though by Franceschetti, who's beginning to realise his potential now. Former Milan youth product. This is Orlandini. Keeper stayed on his line. It was Fontolan. Right decision by the keeper.
Although Fontolan will be disappointed with that. You know, he got up well, he hung in the air when the ball came in from Orlandini there, and really he'll be disappointed he didn't get it on target. And certainly the header, he gets right up there, doesn't hit the target. If he did, there, you know, there was also Bianchi was in there to maybe flick it in the net as well, so he will be very disappointed with that.
Longhi. Franceschetti. Ooh, might get embarrassed now. This is Orlandini away from Lalas, and it was Franceschetti who threw himself at the ball there. Really good block. Balleri. But they're a bit untidy at the back that time, Padova.
Well, that could have been very embarrassing for Franceschetti there. We know Padova are likely to make mistakes at the back. That's been their problem all year. They've been inconsistent at the back, and that really could have been very costly for them.
Here's Bianchi now, looking to expose them again. 10 minutes of the first half to go. Festa. Paganin. Easily away, though, by Franceschetti. The danger hazard passed. And now there's a free kick to Inter, just a few yards from that 18-yard box. Yeah, I've seen you. Hope you're enjoying the views from the bench that we're seeing this afternoon from courtesy of our Italian director, who obviously has a fascination for these things. Now and again we've had a glimpse of the match as well. Here is Sosa. This one's got through, beaten down. Bianchi, no. Well, I think it's handball that the referee's given. Look, he's indicating there, Colina. Bianchi pounced so quickly. Goalkeeper couldn't hold on to it.
Well, it's a good save, but he's knocked it straight back into play there. And look, give Bianchi a really good opportunity if he could have controlled it with his first touch rather than with his hand. But that's two shots he's had to save now, and both of them he's knocked back into play to give Inter players another opportunity to score against him.
This is Fontolan. Now Bianchi. Certainly a central figure this afternoon, Bianchi. Festa. Right up the middle towards Delvecchio. Lalas underneath it, though. Now Balleri. Oh, he was careless. This is Berti. They might get punished. No, Bergomi not too happy with the pass. And rightly so. This is Maniero, but he's offside. Inter continuing to press in search of this equaliser before half-time. Delvecchio climbing high. But again, there's no teammate to benefit from it. Longhi. It'll 1-2 with the referee. Away by Pagliuca. Padova have everybody back in their own half. On by Bianchi to Berti. Now Paganin. Good strike. And it had Bonaiuti scrapping across his goal. Paganin, who hasn't scored in Serie A this season. And to the disappointment of coach Bianchi, fails to do so again.
Yeah, I think he'll be disappointed there he didn't hit the target, because he had the time to set himself up, line himself up, and as Lallas came to him, he really didn't strike it as well as you would hope to have done. That's a certainty.
Oh, that was a poor clearance by Franceschetti. And Berti can't apply the finishing touch. They were living a little dangerously then, Padova. Orlandini. 5 up in this attack. They're appealing for a penalty as Delvecchio went down. I don't think referee Colina is going to give it, though. Not for 1 minute. There was clearly a collision of some description in the penalty box. But they're getting no sympathy from Colina on the Inter players, and the whistle has gone for half-time. A rather ragged first half from Inter's point of view. An excellent one for Padova, who lead by 1-0. The goal scored on 20 minutes by Filippo Super Pippo Maniero. His 9th of the campaign, and it could be a lifesaver for Padova. Remember, they need 1 point to ensure survival. Padova 45 minutes away from safety. Inter, well, can they pull it round? This is Bergomi. Now Bianchi. Orlandini. Dell'Anno. Brought down by Galderisi. Conte. Orlandini. Away by Franceschetti, but only as far as Dell'Anno. Then left for Bianchi again. And this is Fontolan! Excellent work by the keeper. Bergomi. It was certainly a chance, and a really good one too, that fell to Davide Fontolan. The man you were saying, Ray, you wanted to see further forward, more involved. Well, he certainly was then.
Well, that's exactly where his coach will want to see him, I'm sure. And it was an excellent save, though, because the keeper went down early, but managed to keep his arms up, and that's what Fontolan hit.
Lallas. Away by Quickie. But Maniero failing to do anything with it. They're going to need him to hold it up when it does come his way, Maniero. Just try and stem the tide a little. Dell'Anno was a thoughtful and creative player. This is Conte. Orlandini. On for Bianchi. Now Dell'Anno. Almost linked up then with Fontolan. Away comes Balleri. Surging into the attack now. Still Balleri. Maniero up with him. Trying to squeeze it in. Pagliuca with a save. Balleri. And the shot charged down by Festa. Dell'Anno. I think we're in for a dramatic second half here. Now Longi is going off. I think he has an injury. To be replaced by Maurizio Coppola. Now Lallas will be with the American team next week. They've got an international against Nigeria coming up. Balleri. Franceschetti. Or rather, it's Quickie. A rare excursion upfield for him. He's going all the way here too. Very powerful run by Kiki. You don't often see him that far forward. Dell'Anno. Swept out then to Fontolan. Dell'Anno. This is Orlandini. Franceschetti only partially away, then Lallas. Galderisi. Here's Conte. Fontolan and Dell'Anno. Inter endeavouring to be a little less predictable maybe than they were in the first half. A bit more cautious in their approach play. And here's Delvecchio. No, it's Balleri just managing to nudge it away for the corner. Maniero clearly in some difficulty, and I wonder if they'll have to make a switch. Indeed they are. Fontana has come on, very much a utility player. He can operate just about anywhere, Fontana. So he's on for the goal scorer, Maniero. Meanwhile, it's Dell'Anno for Inter. Festa with a long shot, very speculative. Conte. Sosa. Sosa again. Dell'Anno. Just faced by a mass of bodies, Inter. There's Fontolan. Trying to stretch them again. Orlandini. Way back by Berti. Orlandini! And it's gone in! The keeper couldn't hold it. It spilled away from him. And 20 minutes into the second half, Orlandini has equalised for Inter. And the chase for that UEFA Cup place is back on again.
Well, it had to come. I was always worried that Padova wouldn't be able to hold out against the Inter pressure. When we see this shot coming from the Orlandini, the keeper, as I've said all the time, he really should have saved that. It was in an area where he could easily have got hold of it, as far as I'm concerned. And Bonaiuti there, when it comes at him, it goes through his body. Here's the shot, just bounced in front of him, straight under the body. And that's a terrible goal. And I'm sure he'll be hoping that that's not the goal that puts or helps to put Padova down.
Here's Balleri. What a match he's having for Padova. Interception by Dell'Anno. Straight into Zerato, and he's given the free kick. Taken quickly by Inter. Collina letting the game flow on. Orlandini. Good run by Bianchi away to his right. Sosa through the middle. Away though by Lallas. Fontana with the pass. Gabrielli galloping away. That was not a bad effort at all from Gabrielli.
Well, he's proved on 3 or 4 occasions in this game that if he gets forward and gets in and around the penalty area, he's more than prepared to try his luck with a shot. Here we see it, his favourite left foot. It's wide of the goal, but certainly bags of power in it.
Now Zerato. He'll need his steadying influence in midfield, Padova, in this last phase of the game. Balleri. Away from Orlandini. He felt there should have been a free kick. Collina, the referee, didn't. Dell'Anno now. Here come Inter again. Orlandini. Sosa trying to create some room for him. Still Orlandini. 2 many defenders though. He can't go past them all. That's Balleri with a spot of cramp. Being assisted by Festa. And he's in some agony too. Unless Festa's making it worse. And that's a bit on the painful side, that one. He's had a storming game though, hasn't he, Balleri?
Well, there's no wonder that he's actually got a little bit of cramp, because I've lost count the number of forward runs that he's actually made in the game so far. In the first half alone, he must have made 8 or 9 runs forward there from the back, and he's tried to do it in the second half as well. In fact, he's been probably Padova's best attacking option down this right-hand side in the second half, and eventually it's caught up with him.
Meantime, Inter are making a switch, and this is young Marco Veronese, new name to us, 19-year-old local lad who's been promoted from the youth ranks, and he's come on for Fontolan. Marco Veronese. And here's Balleri, just about hobbling back on.
He doesn't look too mobile, does he? I think he might just cramp up the first long run he has to make again, I think.
Orlandini. Well, you can see the urgency now, these Inter players. Pagliuca taking the throw-in. They've got 15 minutes to find a winning goal. Dell'Anno. Galderisi. Still got the touch. It's off the post. Well, Coppola. Very, very unlucky then. And no wonder he's holding his head in anguish and disappointment. Pagliuca left stranded.
Well, that moved in the air some distance. We know that Coppola has got a tremendous shot from distance, and he hits it with the outside of his right foot, and that must have moved a fair distance in the air, and it just swerved, and just unfortunately for Padova, it didn't swerve enough to go in, but just strike the post.
Fontana with the corner. Laid back to him by Galderisi. Fontana again. Certainly can't rule out another goal for Padova. And that really would be the end of Inter's challenge. Here's Franceschetti. Harassed and hustled by Del-Vecchio. There's a shot again.
You see it moving in the air there, and it's swerving. Just won't move enough to go inside that far post, but it's a tremendous strike.
Fontana. Berti. Now Dell'Anno. Brought down though by Nunziata. Sosa. Goes Berti. And the free kick's been given right on the edge of the box. It's no good arguing, not with this man.
No, I think he was quite right, certainly, as far as I was concerned. Franceschetti there certainly put his arm up and pushed the Inter player away, and in my book as well, a correct decision by the referee.
So here is a real opportunity now then for Inter. Ruben Sosa will certainly want to be involved. Dell'Anno is there too. A worrying moment for Bonaiuti, the goalkeeper of Padova, prancing on his goal line. Hoping the wall will do its job. They've got enough bodies in it, look. Desperate defending by Padova. Orlandini with his right foot, or Sosa with his left. Looks like Sosa. No, it's Orlandini! And it's just wide. Whew.
That was so close. And certainly from my position, I don't think the keeper was going to get to that ball at all. See how close this is, and the keeper really is not going to get there as far as I'm concerned.
Here's Conte. Inter have got to throw everything at Padova now and hope for a miracle. Pagliuca. Away by Franceschetti. This is Berti. Zanato could hardly raise a gallop then. On by Festa, there's Lallis to hook it clear, but away for a corner. Are we in now for a dramatic finale? Sosa will take the corner. Delvecchio! Oh! Inter have scored right at the death. That goal may well now be sending Padova into, well, a playoff anyway. Let's just see it again here, Ray.
It's the keeper again. Look, comes for it, nowhere near it. Delvecchio, a little flick of the head. 2-1. The keeper has cost Padova this game here today without a shadow of a doubt. He's been a doubt from my eyes all the game, and both goals he's got to be looking at himself and saying, I should have done better. Just see him come for this corner. He's nowhere near it. And it's just a little touch of the head, and that could put them down.
Padova will now need a playoff with Genoa to see if they stay in Serie A. Inter will be in Europe. A red card. Galdarisi has spoken out of turn. No, it's not Delvecchio, it's Galdarisi who's taken over the captain's armband, but now has been sent off. And he looks a very, very angry man, the former Italian international. On by Franceschetti. Is there going to be one last twist in the tail? And the shot was over the top from Fontana. And there, the expression on the face of the coach says it all, really. Mauro Sandriani. What disappointment for him if Padova now lose out.
Well, he made the opportunity for himself well there, didn't he? Made the space, just couldn't get the direction right. Bags of power, just couldn't hit the target with it.
Dell'Anno under pressure from Nunziata. Balleri. Still Padova coming hopefully forward. Nunziata couldn't though get away from Dell'Anno. It's almost over. And there is the final whistle. Inter have clinched their UEFA Cup place to the delight of their president, Moratti.
So Inter gain a crucial victory, and Padova may have to play off with Genoa.